Hello, everybody. It's take two on this review of She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. We tried this a little earlier in the afternoon before the John Campea show, and we're trying it again right now. And hopefully, all the mechanicals will hold up, and we'll be able to get through this. She-Hulk, Attorney at Law premiered this morning on Disney Plus, and I did see the show at about 5 o'clock this morning. I did not stay up. I just slept through the night, and when I woke up at 5 o'clock, I decided to watch the show. And it stars Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters. She is She-Hulk. And listed as a special guest star is Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner, the Hulk. And basically, the story is just about Jennifer and Mark getting together. They're cousins. Something happens to them along the way, and they get into an accident. And Bruce's blood gets into Jennifer, and she becomes Hulkish. And I thought the show was a fun show for what it was. I said earlier that I thought that this first episode of She-Hulk kind of reminded me of the first X-Men film, where you didn't have a whole lot of action, but you did get development on the characters as to who the characters were, what some of the things that they dealt with in the past, and set up for the future. So actually, what I'm much more interested in, and I did watch the Campea show today because I was interested in what they had to say, and it seems like a lot of us are incensed over the review bombing of this show, and I have some examples that I want to show you, and hopefully I did this right this time. Let's start with the first one. This is from a site that I follow my viewing on. If people follow my Twitter account, you'll see me a lot of times post things of what I'm watching from Tracked. And this is the site, track.tv. And at the time I took this screenshot, this was the voting on She-Hulk, Attorney at Law. On the extreme left-hand side, you see the number of 1 votes, which is the lowest rating. And on the extreme right-hand side, you see the number of 10 votes, which is the highest rating. And this is the rating system that I use for my reviews. So just in terms of how I rated this episode, I rated it a 7 out of 10 because it's a foundational episode. There's not a lot of action going on. I mean, there is action, but it's all to establish who the characters are and what kind of abilities that they have. And there's one action scene that takes place later in the episode, and you can watch the show and you can see what that is. But I'm going to show you some other ratings for this show. And let me make sure that I have it on screen. Okay, that's not the one I want. So let me see if I can get the one that I want. And this is from IMDb. That I have to bring it up, and it's going to look very similar to the tracked one. So just bear with me for 1 second. Hope everybody's doing fine today on this Thursday. I was a little surprised, by the way, that She-Hulk premiered on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday. I guess they have their reasons for doing that. But what they are, I don't know. Here it comes, folks. It's taking me a little while, but I'm getting there. Okay. At the top are the number 10 votes, and at the bottom, there are the number 1 votes. And just like you saw on Track TV, a little unusual. Now, let's see if I can get the ones. Boy, do I have to do like each one of these individually? That's a pain in the butt. So I wanted to compare She-Hulk to some other series that you may have seen. Here's ones for Loki. And you might notice that Loki doesn't really have the unbalanced voting that we saw on She-Hulk. So I have another one that I wanted to show you because a lot of people say that this happens on uh, voting uh, on things with people with diversity. And I think if I'm going to do something like this in the future, I think it's probably better to record it instead of doing it live. Because I thought we could swap these screen shares a little bit quicker than the way it's taking. I have to go in and out on every one. That seems a little strange. Here comes the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Which I thought people might see some review bombing on, but to my surprise, there was some. You can see some unusually high 1 votes on that, but for the most part, it was more even. The 10s were a little less. It kind of finished out with an 8. So that was kind of cool. But now I'm going to bring up another one. Just going to have to bear with me. It's going to be the one for Ms. Marvel. And I guess you can guess from the way that I'm talking, the same kind of thing that we saw with She-Hulk, you see with Miss Marvel. large number of 1 votes counterbalanced with a large number of 10 votes. So, it's really disturbing that people do this. And I think people who have followed me, they know what my opinion is on all of this stuff, which is watch content, form opinion. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to vote on trailers or what you think you've seen in trailers. I know a lot of people complained about the special effects that was in the trailers. The trailers are not the show. And not only that, trailers are notoriously unreliable for actually showing what is in a show, both with content and with special effects. So, why people would do that, it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. So I thought the show was fine. As I said, I gave it a 7 out of 10. As I said earlier, it's a foundational episode. I, like many people, I heard this while listening to the Campier show earlier, and I also said it earlier when I tried this at 1 o'clock. I would have preferred that they have an additional episode so that we'd have more of an idea of what direction the show was headed, but the episode was fine. And I am invoking the Josh McCougar rule of watching at least 3 episodes before I give a determination as to what my actual score for the entire series will be. But hopefully, everybody will watch it and enjoy it, because I think that it was really fine what it is. She-Hulk apparently is debuting every Thursday on Disney Plus, 3 a.m. U.S. East and midnight U.S. West. So that's my thoughts. For you people that are review bombing, if you just really can't stand the idea of a show, do us all a favor, don't watch. But if you don't watch, don't whine. If you watch it and you don't like it, that's perfectly fine. But some of the behavior that's going on, it's totally ridiculous. So anyway, I'm not necessarily going to review every episode of She-Hulk, but I thought it was important to give my thoughts on this first episode. And in the description of this broadcast, I linked to Positive Fandom, as RM did a quickie review of the first episode, and also Tom Jr. Jackson's website, YouTube site, where he gave a slightly longer review of the first episode. And thanks to him for the shout out in his YouTube review. And also a link to the Post-Geek Singularity, the community that we all belong to. So I'm still planning on doing a People in Peril review. I want to review the movies Fall and Beast. I could not do it this week because I could not get the showtimes to line. Oh, somebody wants me to play the lottery. I couldn't get the showtimes to line up properly for me, so hopefully we can do that next week. And sometime this weekend, I still am threatening you with a commentary on engineering toxic fandom. So you may want to watch for that. I don't have the slide handy. But anyway, thanks for tuning in for this review. And I will see you every now and again. Until later, let me just say, having a lot of problems with the equipment here. My apologies. Let me just say, ciao for now. And I will see you soon.